Call of Duty points are now in Infinite Warfare. If you want the best way to get free Call of Duty points, click the link down in the description, install the app, and start getting yourself some free Call of Duty points today. Yo, what is up guys? It's the Goblin, and welcome back to another Call of Duty Infinite Warfare video. Now in today's episode, we're going to be talking about, in my opinion, the top 5 guns right now in Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. The game came out a few weeks ago. Everyone wants to know the best class setups, the best guns, and I thought I'd put it all together for you guys in a video here. Talk about 5 of my favorite guns and 5 guns that pretty much are overpowered in this game and why they are overpowered, and that's basically what I'm going to be doing in this video, talking about them. Basically I have a bunch of ARs, a bunch of SMGs, and also another weapon on this list, and it's going to be very, very interesting. So this might be a very long video because I have to cover 5 guns in one. Usually I'm only covering 1 or 2 guns per episode. So if you guys want to watch the gameplays are going to be pretty good, but even if you guys just want to, put your phone down and listen in while you guys are playing Call of Duty or something, I'm totally cool with that. I know it's something I like to do a lot of the times when I'm watching videos. Sometimes I'll just listen to what the commentator has to say and not necessarily watch the gameplay, but however you guys want to watch your videos, you go ahead and you do that. You guys know yourselves better than I do. Since today's video is going to be a bit longer, I'd really appreciate if we could smack up 3,000 likes. It's a big like goal, but I'd really, really appreciate if you guys could hit that. That would be absolutely amazing to me, and that would definitely be a goal. Of course, 3,000 likes is a lot to go for, so I'm going to need everyone really supporting this video. Also, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. And let's get into it. So, the first weapon that I'm going to be talking about is the one you see up on screen right now. That is the Volk Assault Rifle. Now, the Volk Assault Rifle is going to be an honorable mention on today's list, and that is because it's recently got nerfed. The nerf, there's no official patch notes to the Volk nerf, but most people are saying it involves a little bit more recoil, which I definitely do feel, as well as a bit of a slower fire rate, some people are saying as well. And this weapon is still really good, and it definitely was in the top 5 weapons. But because of this nerf, I'm going to put it up here first, and I'm going to give it an honorable mention spot. This gun is very, very powerful, and it's really good. I prefer it. I find that when you throw a red dot or an elo scope on it, it actually has more recoil than when you go with no scope and just go with the iron sights. That's my opinion on this gun. I love this gun because it gives me that classic feeling of, reminding me of the AK-47 from older Call of Duty games, because that's essentially what it is. It's a futuristic AK-47. This gun is very strong, but because of those recent nerfs, it's definitely going to be the first thing on my honorable mention list, because there's a few assault rifles that I think are actually better than the Volk right now, and we'll get straight into talking about them. So, the first gun on my list of the top 5 guns of this game is going to be the K-Bar Assault Rifle. Now, the K-Bar Assault Rifle is a very interesting gun because this thing is very powerful. It's similar to, for example, the TAR-21. Even the name sounds similar, K-Bar and TAR-21 from Modern Warfare 2. Of course, both Infinity Ward games. I think the K-Bar, its strengths are definitely how fast it kills. This gun is one of the fastest killing assault rifles in the game. You can absolutely melt people. It does have a tad bit of recoil. Recoil in this game is kind of weird because, especially like on a gun like the K-Bar, the recoil doesn't just go up and down. It's more like bouncing side to side a little bit, and that's similar to what the Volk does when you have an elo sight with it. But the strengths of the K-Bar is it's probably one of the fastest killing assault rifles. Also, it has a pretty fast reload. It has, one thing that's good about it is the iron sights are very good on this gun as well, because they sort of have like a built-in elo sight. If you guys look at the iron sights, it's got that little green dot, and I'm sure you can actually change that reticle. I don't think you can change it until you actually put an elo sight on it. But the K-Bar, I find you really don't need a scope on it because it basically comes with a built-in elo sight, and that's why I like this gun. I think this gun has a lot of strengths because it can be used as sort of the silencer, ghost, stealth type of gun, but it's also just got that raw killing power that is perfect for just running through enemies. For example, this gameplay here, I think I've used it before. I go 71 and 10 with only one killing kill streak on, which is the Scorchers. So most of these kills were with my gun. That just shows how strong this gun is, especially since I wasn't using silencer, I don't think, in this game mode. I'm literally just running through the enemies and using the strength of this gun. Kills in literally, I think, 3 or 4 bullets every single time. Definitely a super strong assault rifle, and compared to the other assault rifles, you're going to notice a little bit more recoil, but definitely a lot more stopping power, or, basically it melts the enemies, and that's why I think a lot of people are gravitating towards this as their favorite assault rifle. I think this is one of my top favorite ones, and it definitely deserves a spot in the top 5 guns. I think that the K-Bar can be very good in various different class setups, and that's what I like about it. You know, a lot of these guns you need a specific class setup, and that's sort of why my best class setup series works, is because I give you the specific class setup to make that gun overpowered, to make that gun the best. Well, this one can sort of fit in with a bunch of different playstyles and a bunch of different classes, and that's what I like about it. Now, the next gun on my list, we're going to go to another assault rifle, and this is of course going to be the NV4. Now, this gun, a lot of people have mixed feelings of it. The gameplay you're going to watch is the Nuke gameplay I uploaded yesterday. It was absolutely awesome gameplay. I'm sure you guys won't mind watching it again, even if you already saw this. I literally sit there and watch this gameplay because this is my best gameplay in Infinite Warfare. And the cool thing about the MV4 is I know a lot of people complain, and the biggest complaint about this gun is it doesn't kill fast enough, which, yes, it doesn't kill as fast as the K-Bar. It definitely feels like it's not melting as fast. It feels like sometimes the hit detection can be wonky, but the number one thing about this gun is, number one, the iron sights are very good as well. The iron sights are sort of like a honey badger from COD Ghost. And number two, this thing is an ACR. It's a laser gun. It has literally no recoil. And this one also has the Nuke variant on it. And this one might be my favorite assault rifle. It was my favorite assault rifle in the beta. I'm not sure if it still is, but I absolutely love this gun. And I find that it's one of those guns where you literally can't go wrong with it. Picking this gun and a class setup with the NV4, I definitely recommend this gun using silencer. If you're going to use a silenced gun, I'd say the NV4 is better. If you're going to go unsilenced, probably the K-Bar is better. But this is one of those guns that you could pick it on any map, on any game mode. As long as you throw in that silencer with it, you're never going to go wrong. It's a safe choice, and it's sort of like that ACR. I talk about it, reminding me of that all the time. And what I like about this gun is the fact that it's a safe choice. I like those weapons that you're going to do good with no matter what. Those consistent guns are what gets your score per minute up, what gets your KD up, and what helps you to win games and have fun on the game is having that reliable gun. And this, to me, is definitely, this is my number one reliable gun. If I don't know what to pick, and I'm scrolling through my class ups before the match starts, I'll just automatically, my brain or my mind will just hover over that gun and just boom, I will select the NV4 and use that gun because I absolutely love this thing. I've loved it since the beta. And I feel like you literally can't go wrong with this thing. Now, using this gun unsilenced does feel kind of weird to me. I don't know if it's because I'm used to I think it's because I'm used to using guns that remind me of this, like the ACR, the M4, the Honey Badger. Obviously, Honey Badger came with a built-in silencer. I'm used to using all of those silenced, and that's sort of why I guess it feels weird using this gun without a silencer. Another thing about this gun is the variants are so damn strong. The legendary variant has reduced recoil, which it already has no recoil, but that helps as well. And the Nuke variant, which I'm using here, that's legendary. The rare one, when you hit them with it, it tags them on the mini-map. That one is so powerful. The common one, I believe, has a faster or extended mag sort of thing built in, and the epic one has unlimited damage range. So the variants on this one, this gun probably has the best variants in the damn game. If you have any variant on this gun, you are set, and be sure to use those variants because this thing is absolutely good. Now, let's go into some SMGs here for the top 5 guns. I think the balance in this game is pretty good with assault rifles and SMGs. In the beta, it felt like the SMGs were so damn overpowered, and then in the game now, it feels like assault rifles are a bit stronger. But this SMG on my list is going to be the ERAD. Now, at first, I was turned off of this weapon, and I find that a lot of people get turned off of this weapon for the simple fact that it's an energy weapon. You know, energy weapons sound kind of weird. I kind of like the fact that we have weapons that just fire normal bullets. Another thing about the ERAD that's kind of weird is when you use the silencer on it, the sound it makes is very similar. Like, I like when you use the silencer, it changes the sound of the guns. That's one of my favorite guns is from Modern Warfare 3, the P90 silencer. Silencer rapid fire, silencer extended mags. I love the sound of that gun. When you're using the ERAD with the silencer, it really kind of sounds weird, and that was turning me off as well as the gun. But as far as the sounds, you know, that doesn't affect how good the gun is. This gun is a monster. The thing just absolutely melts people. It's definitely probably the best SMG you get normally in the game. The reload time is fairly slow if you don't have dexterity, so I recommend doing that. This thing you can use silenced, you can use unsilenced, and it's sort of like the K-Bar because it melts people so fast, and it can fit into any sort of class setup that you're going for SMGs with. I think the ERAD is absolutely perfect for Russian playstyles, and I think Russian players alike will absolutely love this gun. And I know competitive players, usually how you can tell which guns are good is what the competitive players are drawing themselves to at the start of the game. This is definitely an SMG they have been using a lot with the ERAD. They've been using a lot of different assault rifles, but I think with SMGs, it's more clear that how good this gun is. And just because it's an energy weapon, I don't think that's a good reason not to use it. I think you need to test this gun out. And something I love running with this gun is just running up there with grip quick draw, laser sight, something like that. Just an absolute, load this gun up with attachments, get up in their face, and let the gun do the work, and let your gun skill do the work. That's what I love about Infinite Warfare, is the fact that this game is a lot of gun on gun. It's also jetpack on jetpack, which is kind of weird. But this game definitely has a lot of gun-on-gun action, and that's definitely a cool thing. I think another variant of this gun, actually, the Legendary variant or the Epic variant, actually has like a built-in underbarrel shotgun, which I've never had a chance to use that. That does sound kind of cool. It depends how good that shotgun is, so we won't really know till people unlock that. If you guys do have that, let me know that in the comment section down below, because I was really intrigued by hearing about that variant, and I don't really know how powerful it's going to be. The variants on this one seem a bit weaker, and I think that's basically how they try to balance them out. I don't know how much thought process Infinity Ward put into how strong the variants could be, and of course we're going to be getting DLC variants and a lot of stuff coming soon. So, balancing changes are going to be prevalent in this game. It's going to be like Black Ops 3 in my opinion. Black Ops 3, the best guns on day 1 were not the best guns on day 365. And I think we're going to see something very similar to that this year. But that's the ERAD. Definitely, you can't go wrong with this gun. I think it's the first SMG you unlock, or one of the first, and it's a good choice all around. Next one is going to be the MACTAV 45. This is another top SMG in the game. I'd say this one is probably the best SMG in the game. It's up between this and the ERAD. And this thing is actually the UMP 45. And the way you get this is through a classic weapon unlock token, which basically means when you prestige in Infinite Warfare, you get a token that you can use for a weapon. And by doing that, you actually are able to, pull out one of the classic weapons you want. And I highly recommend taking this UMP. The OSA is also pretty good. Intervention is pretty good. Sandy Ravage shotgun is pretty good. The Spaz 12. But the UMP, this one absolutely dominates the game. And this gun is definitely probably, it's better than the MW3 UMP because it has no recoil. It seems like it even has a faster fire rate. And the MW2 UMP, that one is really overpowered, but it sort of matches this. I mean, you look at this. You can just see the gameplay. I'm killing people in what seems to be 2 shots. It's actually like 3 or 4 shots, but because of how just fast this gun fires compared to other UMPs, this thing is absolutely awesome. And another weird thing about this game is there is no rapid fire in Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. So, you can't use rapid fire to speed up your weapons. It's basically the attachments that you're going to be using are going to be very similar. Quick draw, grip, suppressor, extended mags. This thing doesn't even need grip. I do use it sometimes. I'm on and off with the grip on this gun. I can't really decide which one is the best. But definitely running quick draw and suppressor are 100% standard. The thing about this gun that's kind of weird is it feels like when you have a silencer on this gun, your hit detection is spot on. You guys saw me killing them in the spawn there on this map Throwback. My hit detection was spot on. It felt like I was melting them in 2 bullets when in reality it was 4. That's how you know you're on a good connection, that your hit detection is spot on. However, when I use this gun without a silencer, it feels like the hit detection is a bit weaker. That could just be a weird thing in my mind. It's always felt like that way with me with the UMP, especially even in MW3. It feels like the silencer is a must with the UMP, and I definitely run this gun with the silencer all the time, and it's definitely in the top 5 guns in the game. Now, coming in at another one, and once again, these guns aren't in order. These are just 5 of my favorite guns, and 5 guns that, if you guys are struggling to find your favorite weapons, try out all these, and you're probably going to pick one of these, or one of these 6, including the Volk. That is going to be your favorite gun. This is the Raw LMG. I made videos talking about this being the best gun in the game, and for valid reason. I'm not going to make a video claiming something if I haven't put the testing in and haven't used this gun. This gun is one of my most used guns in the game. It's absolutely awesome. Basically, what makes this Raw LMG awesome, if you guys missed my class setups on it, my videos on it, you should definitely check them out, because this video is basically just talking about the guns. But if you want specific class setups for every single gun, they're all going to be on my channel. All you have to do is type in Volk best class setup, Raw best class setup. Just type that into YouTube search, and you can find my class setups for any guns. But the Raw LMG, what makes this so good is you have to be running the combat rig Merc with the man-at-arms payload trait, basically. And what that does is it lets you start with max ammo, which is very good for an LMG, because look how much ammo I'm stocked up with, and it also lets you move at full speed while carrying a bigger weapon. This class up is Specialist is essentially made for LMGs. You can even look at the Merc guy when he's sitting there on the main menu. He's holding that Steel Dragon, which is sort of like an LMG weapon. And if you look at the descriptions online and stuff like that, which is kind of weird, something people are complaining about as well, is the Specialist in Black Ops 3 all had a backstory and stuff, and the combat rigs don't really have that. But you can sort of find, not really a backstory, but why each combat rig was developed, and a little bit of, I've done quite a bit of research on that online, and it basically said this is your LMG sort of class setup. and for valid reason, because the Merc lets you move full speed with an LMG, which basically means there's no reason not to run this thing, especially since the reload time isn't even that bad. I mean, look at that reload. I'm not even running dexterity, and this thing still reloads pretty fast. And the cool thing about this gun is because it's an LMG, and you have 70 in each magazine, you don't need to run dexterity, so you can run ghost and blast shield. You can run, you don't need to run scavenger because you have man-at-arms. You can run hardline, you can run marksman. It's just, this is absolutely amazing, and I highly recommend it. What I use on this thing, just a quick thing, you guys should watch the full class setup, but I think it's quick draw, suppressor, and what else do I use? Quick draw, suppressor, and stock, of course. Yeah, so basically, I speed this gun up. You guys can see I'm killing people close range. This is not how an LMG is meant to be played. This is not how it's meant to be played, but it's really broken and really overpowered how they set this up with the man-at-arms combat rig, and it definitely should be, you know, if you want something that's going to be, you know, the most broken thing or the most overpowered thing right now, that's going to be this sort of gun because of its ability to melt people at close range, at long range, and basically play an LMG like it's an SMG because you're moving at SMG speeds, which is absolutely awesome. And this gun is super duper fun, and I recommend you guys check it out. Anyway, guys, that's it for my top 5 guns in Infinite Warfare. This was a long video, man. I'd really appreciate if you guys could all smack a like up on this thing. Please, 3,000 likes. That'd be absolutely awesome. If you guys made it to the end of the video, which I know some of you guys did, those real supporters, comment down in the comment section down below. Put top 5. That's all you need to do is comment that down in the comment section down below. That's how I know, you know, the real supporters that made it to the end of the video. You guys are absolutely the best. Subscribe to my channel if you guys are new. Subscribe for a cookie and don't lookie. Thanks for watching this video. Hopefully this helps you guys out with your top 5 guns. You can leave yours in the comment section down below. I'll be sure to read through all those. Subscribe for a cookie and don't lookie, and I'm out. Peace. Have a great night, guys.